Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing more of the suggestions in Erlc, but this time I'm actually going to be reviewing some actual suggestions that have like hundreds of votes. So last episode I asked for loads of you guys to send me some suggestions of people that either have hundreds of votes or one of your suggestions that did really well in the channel, and I might feature it on this video. So thank you guys so much for all of the suggestions that you sent. I wasn't able to get all of them into this video, but I did manage to get a few. I picked a few that I really like, and I'm going to talk about them, see if they will ever get added, or what the chances are of that, and see how likely they are, and basically see if they're good in my opinion. So here we go, let's start off. So the first one, as you can see on screen now, is a Dodge Ram for law enforcement teams. So that's a really good idea, if I'm honest. I think the Dodge Ram would look really nice, and I like the Photoshop they did there to Photoshop the livery onto the vehicles there. I think that looks really nice there. So 104 votes, that one has, it probably has a lot more now, but if you like this one, make sure you go and vote. So this one is from Vincent Pro, and I think this one is really good. I really think this vehicle would be good to the police team, but then again, we already have a lot of vehicles on the police team. I don't really think we need any more, but obviously more would be great, and I really want that BMW X5 to go onto the police team. I think that would be a absolutely amazing vehicle to go onto the police team. So yeah, I think that would be a really good vehicle, the Dodge Ram or the X5, either or. So yeah, that's a really good suggestion there. 104 votes. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I think that is an amazing suggestion. Not too much going on there, but the next one, MRAP with a mounted machine gun on top, so LEO can have a chance against large groups of criminals. Max speed 85 miles per hour, seats 9, 8 inside and 1 gunner on top. Unlocked by opening SWAT game pass and having 30,000 XP on law enforcement teams to prevent people from abusing it. Features bulletproof tires, a mounted machine gun, and the same amount of health as the Bearcat. So wow, okay, there's a lot going on in this one. Now I think this is an amazing idea, but I don't think it's really functional properly in Erlc. So a machine gun on top of a vehicle, that's kind of quite unrealistic. I mean, I know they have it in real life, but I don't really think it would fit for Erlc because A, the map isn't that big, and B, there isn't normally that many criminals where you would need a machine gun, and it definitely would be abused, like he said. Even if you needed 30,000 XP on LE teams, I think it still would get abused a few times by those people that have more than that XP. Even then, not many people have 30k XP on law enforcement teams, so is there even any point in adding it if like no one will be able to use it, because not many people have more than 30,000 XP. I don't even think I have 30,000 XP. Let's just join on to the police team real quick, and we can have a look how much I have. But I've played the game for many years, and as you can see, I have 27,200 XP. So that's obviously quite a lot, but that's not even 30,000, and I can't even explain to you how many arrests I have and how long I've played this game for. So and how much time I spent on the police team. So definitely, I think it would be a useless vehicle if it was for 30k XP, because as I said, no one will be able to get it, and then obviously it would be kind of useless. But if it is lower, then it would be abused. So let me know what you think about this one in the comments. I think that's a really difficult one there. But next we have add taxis as a civilian car or make it a separate civilian job. So I talked about this in a different video, and I totally agree with this. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do it, so I definitely think that this could come in the future. So with the summer update we got a few months ago now, we got new roleplay jobs. We got a postal worker, a hospital worker, or a doctor and a nurse, a farmer, and 2 gas station jobs, one at the farms and one at the city gas. So civilian jobs definitely did change up the game, and I think a taxi would be absolutely amazing. So a new way to get money, and I think AIs should be placed similar to like around the map, similar to how Bloxburg pizza job is. If any of you play on Bloxburg, and you might know about the pizza delivery job where you have to like pick up something then deliver it to like the people stood on the side of the road. I think that would be a really good feature, something like that for the taxis. Maybe you have to like pick them up from like houses or something and then take them to a certain location, but the map is quite small, so is that really a useful thing? I think it could work very much, but I'm not too sure. I do think this will be added in the future though, and that is a really good idea there, and the taxis would look amazing as well. So definitely a good way to make money, and definitely a good way to implement AI characters, because I think AI characters in this game would be a really cool feature. So definitely a good suggestion there. That's from a Blue Enforcer. And then down here we have, wow, okay, this one doesn't have as many votes, but this one, it says make an explosion effect when the fuel truck is on fire and that a fire starts near. So I have mixed opinions on this. So I think it would be very cool if it exploded, but then again, that could obviously cause a huge amount of lag to some players, and obviously it would kind of cause a lot of chaos. Like if a fuel tanker just exploded in a public server, imagine how ridiculous that would be. There would literally be like the whole server would be there, and then obviously it would become too common of a thing. Everyone would be exploding fuel trucks. So I'm not too sure if that's a good idea. It definitely would be cool to see, but it's not really something that is really gonna work properly in ERLC. So unfortunately I don't think that this will ever come, because as I said, it will create huge amounts of lag for people on lower end devices. So not too much there. But then we have update the MDT or make a system that you will always see it like radio, because sometimes it's hard to check cars while driving. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm not sure how that would work though. Make a better system for dispatch and make it that you can type in the radio when checking all the cameras. Yeah, so a good dispatch system would be cool. If I just run in here and show you some of the cameras here, I think they're upstairs. So there are cameras in this game and you can't use the radio when you're using them. So as you can see, dispatch here. So I definitely think a dispatch team would be good as well. So look, if you are on this team and you're looking at the cameras, but you can't actually use the radio, kind of useless because you can't actually tell any officers what's going on. So yeah, I definitely think a dispatch team would be cool, and it could add a lot more roleplay as well if you were dispatched. I honestly don't know why that isn't a thing yet. I think it really should be, because it's a huge part of any game. And then make it that you can see what in the trunk of a pickup truck, so it looks more fun. So yeah, just some more graphical updates there. I think that's a great idea. So amazing suggestion there. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have, let's just exit this camera here. So next up we have make the ability to sell your purchased vehicles for 70 to 75% of the original price, just in case you weren't satisfied with your purchase, or just put towards some extra money for your dream car, etc. So I'm not sure what that last bit means, but I definitely do think that being able to sell your cars is a good idea. Now obviously I think then people would kind of just buy every car and sell it, which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. So yeah, there isn't really anything wrong with this. I think it should come, but maybe a little bit less than 70%. I think maybe 70 or 60%, but I think 75 might be a little too much, because if you're gonna buy it, then you kind of need to use it, and you can't just like buy the Bugatti because you want to use it. Then if you think it's bad, then just sell it, get your money back and buy something different. I do think that would be cool, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's a very good idea there. I don't really see any disadvantages with that. So good suggestion there. Hopefully we'll get that in the future. We might do. I'm not too sure. They haven't really mentioned anything about that, but I have seen loads of suggestions for it. So maybe in the future that will be something that we can receive. And then next we have add this, the message pull over, follow police and stop. So yeah, that is definitely a very good idea. If you guys watch my LSPDFR videos, you'll know that on the back of some of the police cars it actually says that, and it is really cool for kind of traffic management. We do have those yellow lights on the back of the police cars, or the orangey coloured ones, that you can kind of like put to the left so people go left, or right so people go right, or block it, or you know, like around left or right so they overtake you or something, or stay behind you, or stop with the full yellow lines. But I do think this would definitely be very cool. It would be very nice there. So hopefully we'll get that in the future, but I think they would have to maybe they could add that as a setting for maybe like slick top or something, so you can choose to add that to the back of your car or not. I think that would be a really good feature for the slick top or the detective game pass maybe. So yeah, that's a very good idea there. And then finally we have this one, which I think is really good here. So add a crosswalk signal system. So okay, what's the point of walking across the street? It's way too dangerous, even with no way to tell if it's safe or not. Plus it will add a little detail to the game. In real life, every crosswalk is by a street pole and has a crosswalk signal. Here's a comparison with / without crosswalk and in a real life picture of a crosswalk. So as you can see on the left there, that looks really cool. He's got a nice picture of someone like stood by a crosswalk thing, and he kind of photoshopped it in to ERLC, and that looks really cool there. And then without, it does look kind of boring. So it's like he said, definitely it would be a great thing to see in the game, and it could add a lot more detail to it as well. And I think this is an amazing idea, but then again, I don't really think it will be used too much. But as I said, great idea. As he said as well, it would add a lot more detail to the game, and it is a really good idea. So let me know what your favorite suggestions was from this. If you do enjoy this series, then please let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, as it does help out a lot. Remember to join my Discord server, linked below or from the code discord.gg/amaze, and you can also join my Roblox group and follow me on Roblox, linked in the description. And if you want to support me even more, then you can buy my merchandise or my donations in my Roblox group, or if you want to support me with real money, then you can buy the new thanks option, which is just next to the like button. I don't believe it works on mobile, but yeah, you can donate any amount you want there. I think it's in pretty much every currency, so if you want to support me, make sure you do that. You don't have to, of course, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments of all of these suggestions. Let me know what you want to see in the game, your suggestions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.